to FMDT for another year.
2016.
No, year 2.
Oh, sorry, Shane. Well, who would have thought we would have come back for year 2, Shane?
Cam did.
Cam's the only one that believed. We didn't believe.
I definitely did. But we have come back all new and improved.
We will be new and improved this year.
Yes.
It's an exciting show.
Yep. First new improvement. Red.
The holy draft in holy red and black. The best colours.
The best colours. They need to be well represented somewhere this year.
Yep. And we have a new draft board because, of course, we just had a draft just a week ago on these sacred grounds upon which we sit. The draft, the annual draft happened, the most exciting day of the year, and we're here to go through it all and tell you what you did right and also what everybody did wrong.
Yeah, I should stop the music too.
That would help. Well, I don't know, maybe we want to dance a bit more.
Ah, that was a good song. Alright, we're going to jump straight into the draft analysis.
Bang.
And we'll start right at the top and go through a love and hate from each team.
Mm-hmm.
I will, and you'll throw in your special comments.
Yep.
And then your interesting factoids
will come later on.
At the end.
A few fun stats that I've compiled. Stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll go right through the draft, starting from team number 1, pick number 1.
The Feral Droppers. Coached by Ian Nielsen, who actually had quite a hard time deciding who he would use that precious number 1 pick on. Luckily, I think
there was lots of pre-draft speculation.
Lots of people trying to put him off. Yeah. I think he used it wisely on Tom Rockcliffe.
I can't see many of us who wouldn't have picked Rockcliffe.
I think it was an obvious one.
Yeah.
How do you think his draft shaped up, Shane?
Well, in terms of the love and hate, I loved his pick of Tom Bell in round 9, which is very funny because he could have kept Tom Bell in round 9.
That's correct. He got him off the pick he could have kept him with.
Yeah, so that worked out very well for him.
Yep.
He got an extra keeper, basically. So, good one. Dislike or hate? I hate your picks of Took Miller and Wayne Malera in your forward line. You could have had Eddie Betts!
The favourite player
in your team last year.
Why wouldn't you pick him?
Just let him slide. That's what I got. So pick 2, we had the Danger Zone.
Flying to the Danger Zone. That's better. I think that's what we're doing. Really prepared for this. Yeah. There's your symbol. The Danger Zone, coached by Steve Squires, who flew in all the way down from Queensland to meet us here. But just for draft day, great effort.
Good on him.
Took Pendlebury with his second pick.
With the second pick.
That's right, so with the second pick. Mr. Consistent.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for.
A couple of options he could have had, but definitely not a bad one.
No. Well, how did...
right, then. Dislike. Toby Green at round 2, second pick.
Oh, you reckon too early?
Yeah, I just don't like him.
Yeah, I had him last season, and I gotta sort of admit, and I don't think his role's actually gonna change too much this year.
Yeah. But we'll see, it could be amazing. If he plays full mids. Who knows? He's got the potential. Love Jack Gunston. I should have kept him in round 6.
You should have. I thought you would have. If you'd done any preparation, you might have.
And it must have been hard for Scratchy to pick both Dangerfield and Gunston. The guy's just abandoning him. But
yeah.
He's gone with them, so good on him. Good pick.
I would like to make mention of the fact that he tried to pick Sam Doherty with round 3, but instead, he had actually kept Dangerfield there. Would have been far more hilarious if he had Doherty at pick 3.
Yeah, that was
because that would have been
very
awful.
Strange one.
Instead, he still had him there on the board for pick 6.
So instead of 26, he went to 71.
So really lucked out
good
there
slider,
without meaning to. Good job.
Alright, moving on quickly. Team number 3 was team name TBA.
Yep, so Kieran's keeping us in suspense here. every year he comes up with something witty about his players. But yes, that's what we're waiting for. Lots of pressure on him though to come up with a good team name. I think he's got a few good ones to use. His first pick went to Michael Barlow. Interesting one.
Very early.
Yeah, very
well,
early.
not very early, but there was definitely one.
Definitely a first round pick, but interesting to see whether he's the top performing forward because that's clearly what he expects from him. So
Definitely.
We'll see.
Yeah. So I loved his pick of Joel Selwood at 22. My hate for him, I mean, it was tough. He didn't have too many bad picks, but was Paparoni in round 14.
Yeah.
Just sort of a nothing pick. He's sort of like a last four when you don't know who to pick sort of thing. I think it's way too early on Paparoni.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I don't think he had to go there. I don't think it's particularly going to be a huge performing defender for him either.
No.
Might even see him drop.
Probably.
I actually really liked his pick in round 18 of Jesse Hogan.
Yeah.
I thought that was a nice little slider. Like, Jesse Hogan isn't particularly the biggest fantasy player, but round 18...
He had him last year, so he's just one of those
and got him again.
Remembers. So coming in at number 5, new team name, rebranded over the off season.
Yep.
We have Tay-Tay's Babes. Yeah. That's your action.
Yeah, there you go. Cam. Good name. Cam, with his, with his love for the purple, for Fremantle, went predictably with Nat 5 with his first pick, which worked out great for everybody after him because they weren't probably going to pick him. So,
probably not.
Yeah.
The pick I loved was him picking 5.
Oh, of course. Well, look, in his defense, the one thing that 5 has gone for him that he might play more forward and might get forward eligibility.
Oh, that'd be good.
That'd be nice. Who knows?
But I loved 5 for very selfish reasons for me because I picked straight after Cam. But we can go into that next.
Yeah.
But thank you for picking 5, Cam. That's all I'm saying. And my hate for him, it's a controversial because he picked Hamish Hartlett as a keeper in round 8.
Oh yeah, and then there was a big stuff up.
Didn't have a round 8 pick, so he pulled the wool over everybody's eyes and kept Hartlett around later in round 9.
Because what else were we going to do at that point? Really?
We let him do it. We could have said he couldn't, but we're not that mean. But we'll be watching you next year.
Yeah, definitely.
You're not keeping Hartlett in round 8. He's round 7.
Yeah. I was just going to make mention of his amazing keeper from last season, Rory Ladd. We gave him a lot of crap for it last season, and maybe it's about time that we said, you know what? I mean, especially now, all done and dusted.
Well, he's in everybody's dream teams this year.
Yeah, it's looking pretty damn good. Kept with round 10. A guy that he might keep well into the future.
Would have gone in the first, round 4 or something.
Especially with all the Crows fans around
and
pecking at him.
The terrible backs.
Yeah. So, yeah, fantastic keeper. Well done, Cam.
That leads us to pick 5, which is none other than Cornflakes. That's the least exciting action. Yeah, you gotta have a blurb of some sort.
Yes, coached by Shane Howell, my co-host, who is looking to pretty much put last year well behind him and start afresh. And he did that by landing himself a very sweet little pick with his first pick of Gary Ablett.
Yep.
Gaz, the god, the son of God. For me, that's one of your best value picks.
Well, that was my love, because
right.
I can't pick anyone else that was a better pick than Ablett at 5. He's going to be the first or second highest averaging player of the year.
Yeah. My love from your team was actually Sam Jacobs. I really like how he slid to round 3. You've got people like Stephen Martin and Goldstein and whatnot gone. We know that Rucks are getting bumped up.
Martin, Goldstein and Gorn and Grundy, all being kept.
All the good luck's gone. Who's left? Sam Jacobs still lasts until halfway through the third round. Pretty sweet pick for you.
That was pretty good. I think a lot of people were pretty unhappy when it happened as well.
Yeah.
Especially Sahil.
but my hate.
Yep.
Because I have to give you one.
Yep.
I don't know if you've given yourself one.
I did.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be Josh Kelly.
Oh, me too.
Oh, there you go. Pretty obviously screwed up. Too much writing on the draft board.
And Alec took both the guys I had prepared for that pick. Jack Viney and Sam Gray.
Right, so he panicked. He thought about Josh Kelly, how good he was
So I had to
last
get
year.
it. It was round 11, I had to pick someone I could keep in round 10.
And he thought he was a forward.
It doesn't
and
matter.
all that writing got to your head. And, I mean, tell the fine people about how you found your punishment this year.
Oh, I just couldn't prepare.
Shouldn't have to be the scribe, of course.
Couldn't prepare for any of my picks because I was standing up all the time, sitting down, then it was another pick, I had to stand up again.
No time to think.
No time to think.
Always on your feet.
Just random picks.
You would have.
And all this up and down, but
Yes, all
my
this
poor
stuff.
legs.
The old.
My old poor legs.
Yeah.
I had sore leg muscles the next day. This is ridiculous. I got out of bed and was like, oh my god, what the hell am I doing? From like standing up and down 326 times.
Yeah.
From that low chair. So whoever is on the bottom next year has to do it from that chair.
Yeah, you're gonna suffer. You're really gonna suffer, and it's it's not even a good excuse. What happened to you yesterday? You look pretty sore. Well, you see, I was at the draft.
Yeah,
with my fantasy mates. And, it's pretty brutal.
It was brutal.
Yeah.
To pick 6, Palmer's Pups.
Palmer's Pups.
Ooh.
Can we do sounds?
Ooh, yeah.
All right. Oh.
It's better than having a pretend puppy.
I agree. I agree. It is better.
Yeah.
Palmer's Pups, coached by Nick, who is a new addition to
Fresh face.
to the league. That's right, replacing Nelson. The ghost ship has sailed. Nick comes in, and hadn't really done too much fantasy competitions before. So we were all. I was kind of thinking, will he do well? Won't he? He actually did pretty damn well for himself.
Drafted pretty well.
Yeah. First pick. Maybe not so quiet though. Went for Adam Treloar with pick 6.
Yeah. And that was my dislike for his picks. Just because, I mean, Treloar's a good player, but there was so much uncertainty about what he's going to do this year.
Mm-hmm.
About what Colin was going to do in general. And
there are a few options out there.
Yeah.
Still, Jordan Lewis.
anyway, my like for your picks was actually Suckling in round 6. Because of the defenders this year, and he's both a back and a forward, so you get that versatility. And
yeah.
I feel like Bulldogs are just like a fantasy gold this year, so he should do pretty well.
Yeah.
So
I actually quite, I don't know, it's a bit of funny, but I quite like Patrick Cripps in round 8. Like, he's one of those ones that had a lot of hype about him. I think he actually went about where he should have, if not a little later.
Yeah.
I was a little surprised nobody sort of jumped on him. One of those really hyped players. Could be an amazing pick for you, and definitely probably a keeper as well. So
yeah,
like factoring all that in.
good job.
Top job.
Good job for your first draft.
Yeah, actually surprisingly good. I think you might have got some coaching or something like that. I don't know.
So coming up in 7th, we have the trusty old Mega Heads. We don't have to change that.
No, so the Megaheads, obviously, yes, coached by Ian Mills, who was phoning in, yeah, from the US of A. He's on a big trip around there, but don't let that stop him from drafting for 6, 7, 8 hours with us. Good on you, Millsy. Didn't seem to put him off too much though. The old time difference change and everything. First pick went for Dustin Martin. I think, well, like I said, I think he should have gone about a pick earlier.
Yeah.
So,
I thought I was going to get Dustin Martin, but anyway.
But you didn't factor in the Cam factor.
No. So for him, for Millsy, I loved his pick of Pritis at 18.
Mm-hmm.
Pritis is, I mean, he's not a sexy pick, but he's going to be amazing all year, so he's very good.
Yeah.
And my hate for him is his next pick in round 3 for Dane Beams, just because he's injured and probably won't play for the first half of the season.
It was a bit of a risk picking him. The news about his prolonged injury to come out a bit later, so a bit unlucky. But yeah.
Well, we knew he wasn't going to play
a risk.
for first few rounds.
Yeah.
And
But loves his injured players.
Yeah.
Loves to go. He'll be fine with Beams.
Oh, he'll love
Have him on the bench for half the season. It's just like last year.
Yes.
Good stuff, Millsy. So next.
Coming up next, we have I Shot the Sharon. Wait, no.
Nice. I Shot the Sharon, of course, coached by Max Opry, who has come off a good season, which was largely helped by a couple of the guys who he's keeping again. Probably the best keepers in the league, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Jack Steven, Taylor Adams, and Stephen Barden.
Anybody would enjoy having them
Yeah.
in that team.
Big names. First pick, though, like you needed to add to that, anymore. Jordan Lewis.
Be pretty happy with that.
Yeah. It's good pick. Probably the best centre available.
Yep. And the pick I like for him is his 4th round pick in Lance Franklin.
Yeah. Expect Buddy to have a big comeback here.
Yeah, I think Buddy's
He's down
going
last year.
massive year.
Mm-hmm.
I disliked his pick of Ryan Griffin in his 2nd round pick at number 17.
Oh, really? He could be one of the top backmen. He's not been a good backman
I'm
around.
not expecting him to be that good, but that's just my opinion.
Indeed it is. But fair enough. I disliked his pick of Jake Stringer in round 11. Thought it was a bit early there, Max. You bastard. He was meant to drop. He was clearly meant to drop, and I was none too happy.
No, you weren't.
In fact, Max was probably the one who did that to me the most during the draft. Just kept picking people. Lockie Hunter was another that I really was hoping would go further. So I hope they all go terribly.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Good analysis.
Thank you.
Coming up next, we had DK Smash.
Yep, DK Smash, coached by Ash. Funny how those two go together.
That's weird.
One of my favourite team names. Ash, one of the most unprepared people at the draft. Once again, stealing people's laptops, taking his sweet ass time to make picks. But,
he did pretty well.
He did well, despite, I don't know, if we had the time limit on, it might have been a little bit more interesting. But yeah, pick 1, went for side bottom. Don't actually think I like that pick, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, and so my dislikes for him was actually picking side bottom and then Swan.
Oh, right, as in
in his first 2 picks.
Right.
2 Collingwood centres, I don't know, and then picking Greenwood within the first 10 rounds as well.
Too much Collingwood. With stealing it away from Max.
But also, no one knowing what exactly the setup's going to be like this year. And just also the 2 top centres from the same team in the first 2 rounds, I don't know. Bit of a risk.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. Especially knowing what we know.
Well, not even to... It was nothing to do with that.
Right, yeah.
It was just the...
I just don't think Simon was particularly the best centre available still, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what might have been influencing Asher a little, and I feel like this is the same thing with his pick later on Zaharakis, is that he knows certain people, likes certain teams, and he likes to trade, and so he's going to be throwing out a couple of those.
And he also had Hanbury there saved in round 3, so I guess
pretty sweet.
you've got your top midfielder already.
So.
Um,
what did you like about him though?
I liked Isaac Heaney in round 19.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah,
and I was really annoyed when he picked that. He
slipped so much.
Had my eye on him and was like, he says, next round. I get him next round. But round 19, that's amazing. They can keep him in 18 this year.
Yeah, he slid a lot. He really should have gone earlier. Yeah, good pick.
Yep. Nothing else?
Nothing else
We'll
to
go
add?
on to Man Eat Barcelona.
right. Manny Barcelona, coached by Sahil, who is of course residing in Barcelona. And phoned in. He had a bit of a worse time difference than Millsy, staying up from 2 a.m. and not even going on his business hike at 6:30 a.m. Thank you, Sahil, for such good commitment to the cause. Apologies about the delay, but first pick went to Josh P. Kennedy.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
solid for pick 10.
Yeah, just to add something to that midfield.
Yeah.
Not a bad pick.
And I loved Smitch at 15 because Smitch is awesome.
Yeah.
I also had a love-hate with Aaron Hall at pick 34.
Yeah, I think it's the most controversial pick of the
It's an amazing
draft,
pick
because
of the player. Like, it's an amazing player to pick, but it's so early.
He was the earliest. Like, if you take the average draft position, he went 92 picks before he should have gone.
Right.
By far the earliest pick out of anybody.
I mean, I can easily see him like round 5 or 6 or whatever.
And so I had another similar one after this with Matt Crouch.
Yeah.
Going way too early.
82.
He was just jumping in there. I don't know if he was really afraid that people would,
Yeah. This was amazing though, like, well, good on him.
Good on him.
Taking the risk, I guess. But
good on him for letting us all have other picks.
And the hate, I didn't necessarily hate it, but he picked Josh Gibson pretty early and everybody was like, oh, why did you pick Josh Gibson? So I put that as the hate because a lot of people didn't seem to like it very much.
Yeah.
Alright, so then we move on to Too Delicious.
Does that have to be it?
That was what it was last year.
What a clever bunch here at FMDT.
We'll think of something else.
Yeah, alright.
Probably. I'll put my hat on during the week. Just think about it.
So of course I am the coach of Too Delicious. I think we drafted pretty damn well. Looking to make the finals for a third year running and go one better than last year. Yes. First round pick was keeper for me, Brendan Goddard.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think he would have gone before that pick, hence why I kept him.
Yep, possibly.
What could you possibly hate about my team, Gene?
Well, I'll first start with what I liked was Dion Prestia down at pick 38. I think that's a bit of a slide for him.
Yeah,
I think he's obviously going to do pretty well this year. At least at the start, anyway.
He's my number one midfielder, so he sure is not better.
Well, maybe I don't like it so much then. But my dislike for you is, I believe, very similar to the dislike you have for yourself.
Yep.
In Ben McGlynn. And my biggest reason I dislike it so much is because I had him for the entire of last year, and we all know how that went.
Yes, we do.
And he started off this year exactly the same.
Look, I picked him around 13. I told you that I was going to pick him around earlier, and then I decided against it, and then he was still there around later, and I was like, oh, I just couldn't not.
But you never know, you might get the Shane's discard
This
curse.
is too good value. Look at this, minus 28 picks after when he should have gone.
There you go, he was sitting there for a very long time at the top of the list.
He was. So we'll see.
So everyone else left him though.
Yep. Sure did.
But that's alright. We'll see what happens. As I said, you could get the Shane discard curse and just he'll smash it this year.
Indeed.
Which leaves us with one player left in
the
rebranded House of Gold. That's the gold sparkling.
Shiny.
So you do the house, and I do the gold. There you go.
Alright. Of course, coached by Alec, who is our defending champion, and looking for a big bounce back year. As our defending champion, he of course had the final pick in the draft, and he took Jack McRae with that.
Yeah, which is, I mean, there's heaps of guys around that level that we could have
And
picked.
centres were going thick and fast, so we had to get in there. Yep.
and he already had 2 forwards as keepers and a ruck. So. But the rebrand comes on him keeping Goldstein and Dalhouse.
Yeah.
So, pillars of his team there. My love for him was Luke Parker. It was...
The second.
I'd say it's a risky pick for pick 13, but he didn't have another pick until pick 60.
Yeah,
so,
and that's why those picks are really difficult. Thanks for
doing
doing the barbecue while you're having a drink for like half an hour.
So I think it was a very good pick. I really liked it.
Yeah.
But my hate for him, personal one, in picking Sam Gray in round 10, because I had him penciled in for round 11.
What about Jack Laney?
Yeah, well, I really wanted Sam Gray. So that's my hate.
Yep, fair enough. Pretty good pick though, really.
Oh, it's a great pick. It's a love pick, but I hate it.
I actually like some of his later picks with Jure and Lonergan. So these were I had a full back line and I sort of saw these guys coming and nobody picking them. I was like, why not? I'm so annoyed that I filled up my back line.
Yeah.
So I think he got great value there really late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the draft wrapped.
So that is the draft wrapped up, and this is basically the draft episode, but we have actually had round 1 happen, finish today.
Yeah.
So we'll go quickly through the results. So here are the scores.
Yeah.
Well, in case we're going to insert them. Here are the scores.
So, Megaheads and Tay Bays went down to a nail biter. Closest match of the round. And even though Cam had 193 points sitting on his forward and mid bench, he took the game out by 4 points. Unlucky for Millsy. Too many sort of solid scores, but nothing amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So congrats to Cam. The new kids on the block, Palmer's Pups, really put up a huge fight against the defending champions, the House of Gold,
First one.
who is already backing up from last year with the highest score of the round. And with Goldstein leading his team from the front. So it could all come, it could be a sense of deja vu.
Indeed.
But House of Gold here sneakily snuck on Kane Lambert for 125 using the emergency
Dirty
loophole.
loophole.
Dirty loophole. However, I don't know if Nick knew about the loophole being new to the league and everything. I don't know if
Well,
he
he
knew.
will now. It's had a great introduction to it.
And if he had actually loopholed Andres Everett 78 for his worst forward, he would have won the game. So, what could have been? We'll remember that at the end of the year. It's good to see what
It'll be like the Matt Rosa effect.
Yeah,
all over again.
exactly.
Alternate universe.
So, we'll keep that in mind for you, Nick. We'll let you know all about that.
Can I do this one?
Yes.
Right, well, we'll find that the Sherrans will be leading the ladder after a monstrous win led by Josh Kennedy's barnstorming 180.
180.
Yeah.
From 8 goals.
Yeah, huge.
4 in the final quarter.
Huge. Gotta love it when JJK fires up like that. Well, not if you're the Feral Drop Bears, who copped it big, and they finished with the lowest score of the round, in fact, with a donut on the field in defence as well.
Jack Grimes.
Yeah. What was he thinking?
And KK's late withdrawal. So, the Sherrans, I mean, you gotta be happy with Josh Kennedy, 180, Jesus.
Also, just a note, Ian, don't trade in like Rockcliffe for JJK, because I'm sure that's a trade he's going to propose you.
Oh my god, don't do it.
Yeah.
So that's the major games. But in my play of the day,
Oh yeah.
Cornflakes have come out victorious in round 1, turning around poor form from last season with a big win over the injury ravished DK Smash.
Yep. Just kicking them while they're down.
But he'll be looking to replace both Swan and Society this week, unfortunately for him. And he'll be really hoping that Harley Bennell comes back, because he's possibly coming back to play in round 2. That'll be good for him. But on the flip side of this play of the day, Too Delicious were not strong enough to overcome their traditional rivals in the danger zone.
Well, we also have a lot to come back.
You've got a few injuries that you're nursing.
That's right.
But yes, my play of the day, the reverse from round 1 last year. Let's hope it carries on.
Who am I going to make fun of?
But next week we'll be all looking forward to seeing Palmer's Pups take on the Sherrins with strong performances this week, both of them, and only 3 points separating them.
Yeah, let's see how the new guys shape up. And well, they can get their first win on the boards in our league. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my look forward to round 2.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, well, looking forward to seeing Palmer's Pups get their first win, hopefully.
And next week we'll have much more improved highlights.
Yeah, better highlights reel. Yeah. But thanks for watching, guys. That's it for today. Yeah, as always, comment, like, and share.
Like and share with all your friends.
Yeah, share with all the other people in the league. make sure all 10 of you are watching.
Keep your eye out next week for more stats that matter.
Yep.
Possible return of new and improved Studs and Duds award.
Yep. There'll be a "What was he thinking?" segment.
Oh, that sounds exciting. And probably not a guest. We're not going to have a guest until round 3.
We might have a guest.
Nah.
There'll be a theme song.
Oh.
Next week. Anyway, let's not build this up too much because we'll fail to deliver.
Yeah.
So.
See you next week. Thanks for watching.
Very well. Let's turn back. Think again.
I forgot to talk about how we got new technology.
So, Max, who, jeez, what do I say about Max?
He's here.
I've run out of blurbs.
Pick Jordan Lewis. We are doing this, like, pretending that we don't know what happened in round 1, but Hartlett smashed it in round 1. 118 points.
Shh, Shane, the future hasn't happened yet. Okay?
Alright,
we don't know what's happening.
I'll edit that out.
Okay. If Ash had his way, there would be no dancing.
Really?
He hates our dancing.
Oh.
He said, please, no more dancing.
Right.
Oh, no, wait. Maybe he said, I want the old man dancing.
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
Okay, right, okay. I apologise.
After the hooey, we just started doing this.
Okay. That's the move.